What's up, guys? Today I wanted to showcase an all-physical party composition. There are a few things in this game that we already know are very powerful, especially the Summon Unliving, tanking hits in the front row for your AoE casters in the back row. That strategy has been pretty much proven to not have any trouble with any of the late game fights that are in the game so far. The other ring is also very powerful. Basically on any character, it makes them strong enough to do a lot more than they would otherwise. And if you spend a lot of time farming up materials and synthesizing them into tier 4s and tier 5s, then you can make really strong equipment. And with that really strong equipment, then you can probably handle any fight in the game as well. But I wanted to do this experiment to see how viable a all-physical party composition is without doing any of those tactics. So we're not going to use the other ring. As you can see, it's only turn 214. It's a pretty reasonable time to get to the Light Beast. As far as research points go, we don't even need too many of those. We used 5 to get Obsidian. That's our only tier 3 resource though, and the other resource we put a point in was Ruby, which is only a tier 2. And then we had to put points into Greatswords because that's kind of the core of our strategy. And I'll show that in a minute. We did put a couple points into Heavy Armors, but we didn't really start crafting those in this playthrough anyway. My team is composed of 3 bandits, 3 warriors, and 1 huntress. And these are the Greatswords I was talking about, Obsidian and Ruby. This combination gives you Shield Leech and Poison. If I made them out of Mithril or something, they would have been faster, but they would have been a little bit weaker, and they would not have had Poison. So because we want to Shield Leech, we want to do as much damage as possible, which means Poison is going to be really good for that. And everybody in our party is pretty slow, so we're going to be ending our turns and waiting for the opponent to play out all their cards, and then we're going to be positioning our guys accordingly. We want to position our guys for the maximum AoE effect so that we can once again do more damage and leech more shields back. And we can also make sure that our guys who are hurt can avoid critical damage that way. So knowing where the opponents are going to put out their cards is going to be pretty useful. Other than these Greatswords, nothing else was crafted except for this one golden armor. That's the only thing that I crafted with 39 shields. All these other armors are just things that we found as loot. So they're all somewhere in their 20s. This shield also was loot. And our Huntress is just going to be using sneak attack, so she doesn't even have a bow. These 2 pole arms we just found as loot. They're just very, very generic. And yeah, that's basically our party. No other ring. We didn't want to make anybody too overpowered. Let's go on with the fight. The Necromancer is going to join us, which puts our party size at 8, meaning that the Necromancer is going to show up in our hand at times. But that's okay. We're not even going to use him because we want to showcase the strategy without using him. The opponents also have more than 7, which means sometimes the Light Beast or their other more powerful cards aren't going to show up either. But we'll just have to see. Like for example, they're already not playing their Light Beast, so this is kind of an easier version of the fight. Alright, so I restarted the game to make sure that the Light Beast is in the opening hand because I didn't want us to showcase this against a lucky version of the fight. So we want to showcase against the real version of the fight where he plays out the Light Beast. So our strategy is we're going to wait until he plays out all the cards in his hand, and then we're going to react to how they're positioned. Alright, so we can see that on the left side we're going to be able to get some really nice AoE off. However, this dwarf actually does more damage than the Light Beast, so we want to kill him first. And he's squishier than the Light Beast as well. So I'd like to kill off this dwarf if possible. But I don't think that we're going to be able to do that within one combat round because we want to take as much advantage of the AoE on this side as possible. Let us first place our backliners that I know are just going to stand here doing their regular attacks. I do think I want to pike this dwarf, actually. Alright, somebody who has a lot of shields should stand in front of this dwarf. Otherwise, we're going to start taking health damage. Highest shield person is going to be Mila. Alright, so you can take that hit. Alright, and then the way that we place the rest of our guys is not too important. I probably should have placed the 23 damage guy in the middle to take more advantage of the AoE, but that's okay. In fact, I placed the weakest one in the middle to take advantage of the AoE. Shouldn't cause any worries though. I doubt that we're going to be able to beat this battle without taking any damage, but we should win this battle without too much trouble. If you want to get through battles without taking any damage, the best way to do that, obviously, is summon skeletons to tank all the hits for you. Alright. So I am going to use the sneak attack on the shield of the light beast, because there's no way that we can stop the dwarf from hitting us for a second time anyway. And this will make it so that the shields of the light beast are depleted a little bit quicker, so we can start doing more damage and therefore leeching more shields with our greatswords. Alright. Okay, so let's start leeching a little bit. A nice 40 damage, leech like 15 shields here. Nice. Leech like 15 shields here. You're going from 8 shields up to 28 shields. Very nice. Okay, we do some more damage here. Alright, and now I think I actually do want to kill off this dwarf with my last sneak attack. He is the heaviest hitter on that team, so we don't have to worry about him anymore. Alright, round 2, let's do the exact same thing. We're going to wait for them to position their cards so that we can position around them in the way that we want to. Okay, so he's probably going to play somebody else, but it's not going to be somebody super dangerous. He does get the last action this time around. We don't know if we're going to be able to take advantage of any AoE, unfortunately. But we want to just make sure that we have a different warrior in front of each of these guys, in front of each of those clones, so that we can distribute the damage that hits our shields. Okay, and now Mila, this warrior, has the least shielding, so since she can't actually fully absorb that 21 damage, I'm going to put her somewhere else. I'm going to put her not directly in front of one of the clones of the Light Beast. So, sneak attack goes out, and the 2 pole arms are going to go out. Now, if I had a bow that had true damage, that would be a very good way to be able to trigger the poison before depleting the huge shields that the Light Beast has. And bows are typically faster than these greatswords anyway, so you can put them out and have them attack earlier than the greatswords. But you could also just place the bow out on any of the rounds earlier to make sure they have less delay. Okay, so let's use sneak attack to just kill off Light Beasts so that they don't get more attacks off in round 2. Alright, we killed off a pretty strong dwarf and we killed off Light Beast already. So I don't think that any of these other cards are gonna pose much of a threat. This battle is basically won. Another thing that can be added to the strategy is armor made of bones and I think fur as a secondary material. So that combination gives armor that provides the retaliation skill, doing true damage. So whenever they hit you, they'll get retaliated at with a little bit of true damage, and that just makes it so that you are going to be triggering the poison every single time. However, those shields, those armors actually provide less shields to begin with than regular heavy armors, which means that you may not necessarily be able to tank the first couple hits that come at you as well. Alright, so we just placed our backline guys, and I don't know where they're going to place their last person, but they may actually place 2 more cards. So they used 1, 2, 3, 4 action points, so they can place 2 more cards with the 3 remaining action points. I think I want to put the high shield guy here to the left. Who's that going to be? Nobody actually has quite enough shields to tank the entire hit, so somebody's gonna take a little bit of damage. If I was paying more attention, I was talking about something else, but if I was paying more attention, I could have actually put the sneak attack hunter on the left, and then just not had anybody else stand in front of her, because she had enough shields to tank it. It's okay though. We're going to put, I think you. Up here, and then you also don't actually have enough shields to fully tank that hit, but it's okay. Alright, you also come out, and that's all 6 of my guys. Not going to put out the Necromancer. Alright, so they used the spell and then put out another weak guy, so should be relatively good against this. We can kill this thing that does the hammer splash before it attacks us. Okay. So yeah, we weren't able to get through the entire battle without taking any damage, is what I expected. But we did that in a pretty safe manner. We didn't really get into any dodgy situations. So there it is, guys. The all-physical party composition with the shield, leeching, obsidian, and ruby greatswords. I don't recommend that you do this if you just want a balanced playthrough. Making good use of summons and magic is always going to be strong if you're just playing the game in a normal way. But yeah, if you want to try something different, you want to see if an all-physical party is viable, well, there it is. It is possible to defeat the light beasts without taking any super heavy damage or any casualties, and without using other overpowered stuff like the ring or just waiting for hundreds of turns, farming up really, really nice materials. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.